Seemsan Pumps and Equipments Private Limited. Pioneering the fine art of blending anti-corrosive pumps and technologies with customer satisfaction. Established in 1986, 25 years young or 25 years old, shall we say that Seemsan has the enthusiasm and dynamism of a youngster and the experience and expertise to cater to its ever-changing customer demands like a senior. It is this attitude that has made Seemsan a force to reckon within the industry today, an attitude that makes Seemsan proud to look behind the journey gone by and at the same time look forward to more such glorious years to come. Seemsan is a pioneer in North India to develop organized market and gone ahead to become a name synonymous with anti-corrosive pumps and technology today. Headed by CEO Mr. Kirit Rambia, an engineer as well as a degree holder in management studies from Mumbai University, the company has always believed and lived up to its philosophy of customer first, providing maximum benefit to its customer by sharing and delivering expertise, experience and exchange of information. Seemsan is an owner-controlled company and its core competency areas include excellent marketing network all over India and globe, engineering consulting service to handle various types of chemicals, acids and alkalis, on-site customer support by highly skilled and experienced technicians. Seemsan today offers a product range of three basic categories of pumps: molded polypropylene pumps with a capacity of 0 to 400 cubic meter per hour, a total head of 0 to 63 meters and power of 1 to 60 horsepower and temperature up to 60 degrees Celsius. Injection molded PVDF pumps with a capacity of 0 to 125 cubic meter per hour, total head of 0 to 50 meters, power of 2 to 30 horsepower and a temperature up to 120 degrees Celsius. Stainless steel and super alloy centrifugal process pumps in investment casting with a capacity of 0 to 100 cubic meter per hour, total head of 0 to 100 meters, power of 1 to 30 horsepower and temperature up to 150 degrees Celsius. Molded polypropylene pumps. This product line includes Atom series, which are low capacity and intermittent duty pumps and consists of 4 models. Atom 100 with a capacity of 0 to 9 cubic meter per hour, head of 3 to 12 meters and power of 1 horsepower. Atom 120 with a capacity of 0 to 15 cubic meter per hour, head of 4 to 14 meters and power of 2 horsepower. Atom 130 with a capacity of 0 to 18 cubic meter per hour, head of 12 to 25 meters and power of 3 horsepower. Atom 135 with a capacity of 0 to 20 cubic meter per hour, head of 12 to 27 meters and power of 3 horsepower. Ultra series offers high speed and low speed series. The Ultra High Series pumps have 5 models. Ultra 140 with a capacity of 0 to 15 cubic meter per hour, head of 6 to 14 meters and power of 2 horsepower. Ultra 150 with a capacity of 0 to 25 cubic meter per hour, head of 10 to 22 meters and power of 3 horsepower. Ultra 160 with a capacity of 0 to 38 cubic meters per hour, head of 12 to 31 meters and power of 5 horsepower. Ultra 170 with a capacity of 0 to 50 cubic meter per hour, head of 14 to 35 meters and power of 7.5 horsepower. Ultra 180 with a capacity of 0 to 48 cubic meter per hour, head of 24 to 51 meters and power of 12.5 horsepower. The Ultra Low Series pumps have 3 models. Ultra 190 with a capacity of 0 to 24 cubic meters per hour, head of 7 to 12 meters and power of 2 horsepower. Ultra 200 with a capacity of 0 to 30 cubic meter per hour, head of 9 to 15 meters and power of 3 horsepower. Ultra 210 with a capacity of 0 to 44 cubic meter per hour, head of 8 to 16 meters and power of 5 horsepower. 4 cubic meter per hour, head of 8 to 16 meters and power of 5 horsepower. Akron series, which are high capacity and high head pumps, consist of 5 models. Akron 220L with a capacity of 0 to 45 cubic meters per hour, head of 8 to 18 meters and power of 5 horsepower. Akron 220H with a capacity of 0 to 60 cubic meter per hour, head of 40 to 63 meters and power of 15 horsepower. Akron 230 with a capacity of 0 to 85 cubic meters per hour, head of 25 to 38 meters and power of 20 horsepower. Akron 270 with a capacity of 0 to 125 cubic meter per hour, head of 21 to 25 meters and power of 25 horsepower. Akron 320 with a capacity of 0 to 340 cubic meter per hour, head of 30 to 36 meters and power of 60 horsepower. Vertical seedless pumps with a capacity up to 35 cubic meter per hour and head up to 25 meter with a power of 5 horsepower. Priming pot with a capacity of up to 80 liters are available in special sizes. Injection molded PVDF pumps offer a series of high and low speed pumps. The low speed PVDF pump has 11 KS series models. KS20 with a capacity of 0 to 8 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 4 meters and power of 1 horsepower. KS25 with a capacity of 0 to 10 cubic meter per hour, head of 0 to 6 meters and power of 1.5 horsepower. KS35 with a capacity of 0 to 28 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 23 meters and power of 5 horsepower. KS40 with a capacity of 0 to 20 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 7 meters and power of 2 horsepower. KS45 with a capacity of 0 to 28 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 13 meters and power of 3 horsepower. KS50 with a capacity of 0 to 35 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 8 meters and power of 5 horsepower. KS55 with a capacity of 0 to 50 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 35 meters and power of 15 horsepower. KS60 with a capacity of 0 to 40 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 10 meters and power of 7.5 horsepower. KS70 with a capacity of 0 to 135 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 28 meters and power of 15 horsepower. KS80 with a capacity of 0 to 100 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 14 meters and power of 10 horsepower. KS90 with a capacity of 0 to 175 cubic meters per hour and power of 20 horsepower. The high-speed PVDF pump has 9 KS series models. KS20 with a capacity of 0 to 16 cubic meter per hour and head of 0 to 20 meters and power of 2 horsepower. KS25 with a capacity of 0 to 22 cubic meter per hour, head of 0 to 27 meters and power of 3 horsepower. KS30 with a capacity of 0 to 30 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 60 meters and power of 10 horsepower. KS40 with a capacity of 0 to 42 cubic meter per hour, head of 0 to 32 meters and power of 5 horsepower. KS45 with a capacity of 0 to 58 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 52 meters and power of 20 horsepower. KS50 with a capacity of 0 to 75 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 36 meters and power of 7.5 horsepower. KS60 with a capacity of 0 to 75 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 50 meters and power of 30 horsepower. KS70 with a capacity of 0 to 90 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 90 meters and power of 40 horsepower. KS80 with a capacity of 0 to 180 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 50 meters and power of 30 horsepower. Stainless steel and super alloy centrifugal process pumps in investment casting has a range of 3 pumps: self-priming horizontal pumps SSPs, inline self-priming vertical pumps SVP, horizontal centrifugal pump SPE. The horizontal centrifugal pump has 9 models. SPE 32 x 25 130 with a capacity of 0 to 10 cubic meter per hour, head of 0 to 23 meters and power of 2 horsepower. SPE 32 x 25 160 with the capacity of 0 to 20 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 35 meters and power of 3 horsepower. SPE 32 x 25 180 with a capacity of 0 to 30 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 45 meters and power of 5 horsepower. SPE 40 x 25 150 with a capacity of 0 to 30 cubic meter per hour, head of 0 to 35 meters and power of 3 horsepower. SPE 40 x 25 200 with a capacity of 0 to 38 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 70 meters and power of 5 horsepower. SPE 80 x 40 150 with a capacity of 0 to 40 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 32 meters and power of 7.5 horsepower. SPE 80 x 40 200 with a capacity of 0 to 65 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 58 meters and power of 10 horsepower. SPE 80 x 50 150 with a capacity of 0 to 60 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 34 meters and power of 10 horsepower. SPE 80 x 50 200 with a capacity of 0 to 140 cubic meters per hour, head of 0 to 55 meters and power up to 20 horsepower. The various materials used for the construction of stainless steel and super alloy centrifugal pumps are CF8M SS316, CF3M SS316L, CN7M Alloy 20, CD 4MCU and Hast Alloy BNC. To ensure best-in-class and quality products and services, Seemsan has a complete set of in-house production facilities like mold making, injection molding, machining, welding, testing, etc. Also, at Seemsan, key emphasis is laid on record keeping for universal interchangeability of parts. Seemsan Pumps find application in acid regeneration plants, pharmaceuticals and bulk drug plants, dyes and intermediate plants, steel pickling process plants, pesticide and insecticides plant, caustic chlorine plants, steel re-rolling mills, sugar mill and distillery, chemical processing industry, effluent treatment plants, pulp and paper industries, alkalis and caustic soda plants, power generation plants, solvent extraction plants, mineral industries, etc.